Hi, Mr. and Mrs. Wetzel. This is Grant Putnam here. Just wanted to go over a few items on this design proposal. So the first thing that's probably your highest in your priority list is doing the front walkway, which would be here over to here. All right. I made a little schematic showing you what I was thinking, reflecting our conversation. But we would end up extending the stoop about a foot going this direction, which would require you to have a carpenter move that post. Alright, so that extend a foot, going a foot, it would be going this direction, and then we'd have two steps coming down, a landing, and two more steps coming down. Okay, then you'd have a front walkway, which would be about 6.5 feet off the house, planting bed possibly here, a tree here, and obviously plantings here, and then plantings in the front foundation here. Alright, so going over the different budgets, you're going to notice the first item on the budget, I had the front step installation, which is what we just went over. For that, it's going to require multiple things. First, you have to demolish the existing steps that are there. Alright, then you'd have to end up drilling into the existing concrete, putting in rebar, and then pouring new concrete to extend the stoop. Be aware that if you don't drill and pin, then you'll end up having a crack in the future because the concrete won't be connected. Okay. Then the front walkway, there's a couple different options. We spoke about possibly using pavers. Advantage to those is they won't slide left and right because they're all interlocking. Alright, if you use bluestone on a porous footing, on a gravel footing, then the stones will shift left and right because there's going to be a gap in between them. Okay. The other option is putting something on concrete, which I didn't give you a price for, but that would raise your cost roughly another 50% higher for doing that. Okay. Then there's the plantings along the front of the house. So for that, it'd be the plantings here, in between the walkway and the house, possibly a little bed here on the other side, as I showed you in the diagram for the front walkway, and also plantings here. That's considered the front foundation, and here, front foundation. All right, so that compromises that budget. Okay. As I go down through here, the next item is the plantings along the front yard closest to the street. Alright, so that's this whole area in here. We had spoken about there's going to be a few different options as far as what that's going to look like, whether it's something more whimsical, whether it's something with all trees for taller privacy, perhaps a mixed screenage where you have mixed size plants. But there's a lot of different options there, and hence the cost would change a lot based on what type of style that you're going for. All right. Plantings in the rear of the house along the fence. So that's kind of starting here and then wrapping around through here. All right. So when you're entertaining people in the back, you would have that as your backdrop. It would give you a lot more interest than just having the way it is now, which is kind of a clean palette. All right. New lawn on the other side of on the right side of the driveway. So that's this area up here. It's like 100 feet by 40 feet. Okay, if there's ledge there, obviously we wouldn't be able to remove the ledge. Hopefully that's not the scenario. But there is kind of a big sinkhole right here. So we end up taking some of this mound of dirt here and slide in here. You'll still need more dirt to fill that sinkhole. And then you'll need topsoil to cover the entire area. The stumps have to be ground first by the tree company, so whoever ends up cutting your trees down, you said you had a relationship with one gentleman, then he could also grind the stumps that are over 15 inches tall, or any of the stumps that are in close proximity to any trees that you plan on keeping, because we won't be able to excavate those. So, so that's that. There is an advantage of doing this lawn the same time you do your front walkway. Is obviously the excavation from the front walkway is you're gonna end up with probably about 6 yards of dirt. You can take that dirt and then use it to help fill that sinkhole. All right. let's see here. The other thing with the lawn is most companies are going to offer you shredded hay as a way to try to keep the seed moist. So that's two problems. Number one, it doesn't drop the seed down below the surface of the soil, so you get less of a germination rate. Number two is it usually clumps up and leaves you little circles of dead spots throughout the lawn. So what we use is a much better approach, which is top dressing with leaf compost. So with this way, we're dropping the seed down at the perfect depth, and the compost absorbs a lot of water like a sponge. So it gives you much better results than the shredded hay. Costs a little bit more money, but again, you get better results. Okay. Then we also offer outdoor lighting. So if you want to add, up lights or path lights, then we offer that as a services as well. I would say probably 80-90% of clients end up going with that. And then furthermore, with all these plants, you might decide to invest in an irrigation system. So we could give you a quote on that as well. It's an in-house service we provide. So that's it. We'll circle around with you today. I'll shoot over this estimate and appreciate the opportunity. We'll chat with you soon. Thank you. Bye-bye.